people will start joining us. Welcome to everybody who's joining us for UCC's Planned Giving or Legacy Giving webinar. My name is Ihod Mekhatishin. I'm the Executive Director. I'm here with Janine Kuzma, our Fund Development Manager. We're just starting our webinar now. For some of you, you'll be watching it on our live stream on Facebook. Others of you will be watching it through the Zoom link that you registered for. If you are watching through Zoom, we will have an interactive Q&A session with Janine after her short presentation. You can access that at the bottom. There's a Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. You can click on that and type in a question, and then we'll see it. For all of those other folks on Facebook, unfortunately, I guess you could try to write in the comments, but we won't be able to see it during the presentation. So again, thank you to everybody who's joined us. I see we're just a minute or two early tonight, so we're just getting people that are joining us right now. Janine, you're going to have a slideshow. Is your contact info at the end of the slideshow, or should we put it up right now?
It's at the end of the slideshow. Yes.
Excellent. So if you have questions that you want to talk to Janine about, then you can wait till the end of the slideshow. You can email her after, or you can pop it into the Q&A. So we're just going to give people a few more minutes to join us here in Ottawa tonight. We just had a major rainstorm come on, and so you said that in Toronto it looks like it's going to rain. So it's a cold summer night here, and hopefully we're going to send some rain to our friends across Western Canada who need it for all the wildfires, the forest fires, to put that out. So I see a couple more people are joining us. So Janine, why don't you, can you share your presentation and we'll get started?
I shared it. You can see it.
It's just not on the screen right now. If you can reshare it, then we'll have everybody be able to see it.
Okay, let me just reshare it.
So again, while you're doing that, for everybody who's joined us through Zoom, Vitayama, if you have a question that you'd like to, now we can see it. If you would like to ask Janine a question, there's a Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. So you just click on that and you can type in your question. Some of our friends will be joining us watching live on Facebook. Again, you could comment on that if you like, but we won't be able to see those comments live during the presentation. And again, as I mentioned, at the end of Janine's presentation, she'll have her contact info. So I know that she's happy to speak with anybody who has specific questions as well. So it's 8:02 on my watch. So again, Asu, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and begin your presentation, and I'll be on to moderate questions at the end of our presentation.
Sure. So good evening, everyone. My name is Janine Kuzma, and I am the Fund Development Manager for UCC. I am also internationally certified fundraising executive, and I am a member of the Canadian Association of Gift Planners. Again, I want to welcome you tonight. I hope you are enjoying your summer, and I hope you will enjoy this webinar. My goal tonight is to let you know about legacy gift options that will work best for you and your estate. So if you are thinking of making a legacy gift, but are unsure how to do it or think you cannot afford it, this webinar is for you. The first thing to remember is that you do not need millions to make a legacy gift. Anyone can do it. Okay, so what is legacy giving? A legacy giving is any gift made in advance to the charitable institution so you, the donor, can realize your philanthropic objectives. Legacy gifts are often linked to deferral gifts, such as bequests, gift of residual interest, and any similar arrangements where the commitment is made now, but the funds are not available to the charity until sometime in the future. Legacy gifts are part of estate planning, and I believe everyone should consider them regardless of their financial situation. Legacy gift can be a significant gift that you were not able to make during your lifetime. And finally, legacy gifts can reduce the tax payable on your estate and in some cases avoid capital gain tax. There are 4 pillars of legacy giving: cash, bequest, securities, life insurance. Those 4 are the simplest to make. They are very straightforward. Other elements can include RRSPs, pension, RRSPs, charitable remainder trust, residual interest, and charitable gift annuities. As you see, you have a lot of options to make a legacy gift. Now let's talk about them individually. Let's start with bequests. You can designate your favorite charitable organization, hopefully UCC CNE Trust, in your will as a beneficiary, and your gift will be eligible for a tax receipt. Bequest can take several forms. You can leave a percentage of your estate, and I want to make a note, even 1% gift of your estate to a charity can make a difference on your estate tax and of course on the organization. You can also leave a specific dollar amount, a whole estate, the residual of the estate, which is all or a portion of what remains of the estate after specific and general bequests are distributed. You can also leave real estate, meaning house or cottage, or you can leave gifts in kinds. Bequest can also include stocks, shares and securities, insurance policies and annuities, and donation of retirement funds such as RRSPs, RRSPs. But it makes more financial sense to leave stocks, insurance policies, and retirement funds outside of the will, as you will get much higher tax benefits. Now, the advantages of leaving a bequest. Bequests are revocable, which means you can change them or modify them at any time. Gifts through wills allows you a greater gift to be made. Wills are attractive also to those who are older. Now let's talk about life insurance. There are 3 ways to donate life insurance. You can donate an existing policy. This is a good option if you already have a policy that your family no longer needs. At the time of your death, the charity will receive the policy proceeds and your estate will receive the taxable benefits. Or you can donate a new policy. You will receive a charitable tax receipt for the cash value of the policy and for any premiums you pay. Or you can transfer ownership of an existing policy to the charity and receive a charitable tax receipt for the cash value of the policy. If you own annual premiums on the policy, you will still pay them, but you will also receive tax receipts in the amount of your payments. Advantages of the life insurance gift. They are affordable way to create a significant legacy. Your estate receives a charitable tax receipt based on the way the insurance was gifted. Gifts of life insurance are not included in the probate. Therefore, your family cannot dispute that type of gift. Now, let's talk about RRSPs, RIFs, and TFSA. First of all, do you know that RIFs and RSPs are among your most heavily taxed assets on transfer to the next generation, meaning your kids? Registered assets can only be rolled over to a surviving spouse, but are taxed if they are transferred to your children or next of kin, unless a child has a disability. So naming a charity as a beneficiary of your RRSP or RIF makes a lot of sense, as your estate will receive a tax receipt for the full donation amount. You can choose to donate all or a portion of your retirement funds and still provide for your family by naming more than one beneficiary. Making a gift of RRSPs or RIFs are simple. And again, best to give them outside of the will. So what you do, you request a change of multiple beneficiary form from your plan provider. You change the beneficiary information on your plan documents, and hopefully you will contact us so we can acknowledge your gift. Benefits of donating RRSPs, RIFs, and TFSA. You will get charitable tax receipt, which will offset your tax. Those types of gifts provide privacy. They are not included in a probate because they are donated outside of the will. And you can easily change your beneficiary. And I want to mention something here. If you wish, you can donate your RRSPs or RIFs now while you are alive. But you have to remember that the withholding tax will be applied. So how does this work? For example, if you want to donate $10,000, the government will automatically withhold 20% for taxes, which is $2,000. So your donation will be $8,000. If you still want to donate $10,000, you can add $2,000 to make the $10,000 donation. Of course, you will get tax receipt for the amount you donated, and the withheld tax will help reduce your taxes owing later. And this table will give you an idea of how much provinces are withholding, what's the rate of withholding tax. So if you decide to donate now anywhere between $1 to $5,000, the tax rate, except Quebec, is 10%. In Quebec, the tax rate is 5%. If you want to donate anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000, the tax rate will be 20%, and in Quebec, 10%. And if you want to donate $15,000 and up, the tax rate except Quebec will be 30%, and in Quebec, 15%. So keep that in mind when you are thinking of making a donation of your RSPs and RIFs now. You can also donate gift in kinds. And gift in kinds are gifts of property other than cash. But before you donate a gift in kind, please contact the charity. Every charity has its own gift acceptance policies, and they might reserve the right to refuse gifts that they are not of value or benefit to them. Benefits of gifts in kind are: you receive a charitable tax receipt for the appraised fair market value determined on a day the gift is made. Gifts in kind can be made during your lifetime or through your estate. Next, a way to make a donation, you can make memorial gifts. They are very straightforward and quite popular nowadays. People don't want others to spend money on flowers, so they ask their friends and family, of course, in their will, to not donate in their memory in lieu of flowers. And whoever donates in their memory, they will get their tax receipt for their donation, and we will put their name and the name of the person to whom they donated on our website. Now, let's talk about publicly traded stocks, shares, and securities, which I actually call a smart way of giving. Securities can include stocks, mutual funds, segregated funds, bonds, flow-through shares, and employee stock options. Donate publicly traded stock or securities and minimize tax paid on your estate. Securities are appraised immediately upon transfer, and the donor or estate is provided with a tax receipt for their fair market value. You can donate your securities or shares now or as a part of your estate. Giving is very simple. Consult your financial advisor to decide which investments make the most financial and philanthropic impact. Then ask your broker to transfer your securities to, for example, UCC CNE Trust by completing the transfer form. And our form is on our website, or you can call us and we will send your broker a form. One note, if you want to donate your shares now, please do not sell them first and then donate the money from the sale, as you will get less tax benefits and you will most likely have to pay capital gain tax. Transferring the shares directly to the nonprofit will save you from paying gain tax, therefore will give you a greater tax benefit. Benefits of giving of stocks and securities. The capital gain inclusion rate is 0 when eligible stock or securities are donated directly. And the key word here is directly. The value of your charitable tax receipt will be based on the market closing price on the day the UCC receives your stock or securities in its brokerage account. And now let's talk about gifts that pay income. And those are a charitable remainder trust. What is it and how does it work? Your gift is held in trust. The gift is invested and pays you or the beneficiary an annual income. It could be for life or for a term of years, usually up to 20 years. When the trust terminates, the remaining trust principal is given to the charity. The other way is a gift of residual interest. And gift of residual interest allows you to donate an asset today and enjoy the use of it for the rest of your life. An immediate tax receipt is issued for the fair market value of the donated asset. So for example, you can donate your cottage and you can still use it. And you will get the tax receipt for the fair market value. Benefits of gift of residual interest. You continue to use the property for life. You receive a charitable tax receipt for the net present value of the property when the gift is made. Those gifts are not included in probate and provide privacy as they are not part of the will. If all or most of your estate is intended for charity, then a gift of residual interest is a way to ensure you maximize the use of your charitable tax receipts. Gift of annuities. What are they? Annuities involve the transfer of cash or property to the UCC, CNE Trust, or any other organization in exchange for a partial tax deduction and a live stream of annual income. How does it work? A portion of the total contribution is used to purchase the annuity from a licensed insurance company. The rest of the gift is treated as an immediate donation for which you get a tax receipt. So as you can see, you have a lot of options to leave a legacy gift and at the same time save on your final taxes. At the end, most of us have to pay taxes. The question is how much, or can we avoid paying them? And I think legacy gift could be the answer. If you want to get the maximum result of saving on your taxes, it is a good idea to consult your financial or tax advisor, as everyone's financial situation is unique and one-on-one assessment is always the best. Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can call me. The phone number is provided. Or you can email me, or you can visit Willpower, which is a national public education effort designed to inspire more Canadians to leave a legacy gift. And this site also provides you with calculations, helps you to calculate your gift and gives you, again, an ideas how to best leave your gift. So if you want to copy the name of it or the website, please do so. Maybe I can open it just to show it to you. No, I cannot.
No, it's not going to open that way.
No, it's not.
So if you have any other questions, again, we have a few minutes left. So if anybody who's watching through Zoom would like to type in a question in the Q&A for Asya at this point, please do that. Excellent presentation, Asya. I learned a lot, and I have on my to-do list is to review my options. Because doing a will and estate planning and legacy giving is never something we want to do. It's something many of us put off and forget about. But you've just convinced me to write a note for myself to remind myself to do it. And we do have people watching on Facebook. We have people watching through Zoom. So again, we're going to give people one more chance. If you have any specific questions regarding tonight's presentation, you can type it in to the Q&A. Again, the site that Janine mentioned was willpower.ca, and her contact info is there. And there is one question. How is it better to give outside the will? That's the question that's come up from Andriy Rudnicki.
So outside the will, you can give it now. If you have the money, you can give it now. So again, it's outside the will. Outside the will is the best to give. If you have life insurance, don't put it in the will. If you have shares, don't put it in the will. Just transfer or write on your insurance policy who the beneficiary is. Try to stay away from the will, because if you have something, the more money you have in your will, the higher your estate will be. And you have to pay tax on your estate. And I learned the hard way. For example, with RRSPs. So my parents came to Canada in their early 50s, and they believed in putting money into RRSPs. when they retired, they were taking minimum from their RSPs. When they passed, I had to pay huge amount of money. And if they only knew they could make a legacy gift, it would help them to save. It would help me to pay less to the taxman. So yeah, also you can outside of the will. So for example, if you have a lot of people were buying cottages 30, 40 years ago for $20,000. Now the cottages are worth a million or close to a million. So maybe thinking of transferring your property to a charitable organization, and with an agreement that you are allowed to live to the end of your life there. So that's also outside of the will.
Okay, good question. Again, final reminder, we have a few more minutes left. If anybody has a question that they'd like answered, again, we have Janine's contact info there for phone and email, as well as willpower.ca. Asya, maybe you can just tell us what are the most common questions that you as a fundraiser have dealt with from people, before they even embark on making a legacy gift or a planned giving gift. What's the most common question you get asked?
So I think the most common is people who were putting money towards RRSPs and RIFs. They're trying to figure it out how to use them towards non-profit to support their organizations, because the majority of people know that they are the most and the heaviest tax money in their estate. So people are asking me, can we donate our RSP now? They asking me, how much should I donate? Well, the best answer is you have to speak with your accountant, because you have to take into consideration everything, your house, your car, every asset that you have, it adds up. And the best person to help you how much you can give away money to charities is the accountant. So yeah.
Okay, great. I don't see that there's any more questions, but again, we'll do a final reminder to anybody who needs to contact Janine. It's janine.kuzma@ucc.ca. Her number there is 416-524-7665. And she would be pleased to hear from you. If you have a question, a comment, or just wanted to talk further about your options. And again, willpower.ca is that public education tool that Janine has told us more about. I think that's it for tonight.
And if I can interrupt, so the Willpower is a wonderful site. So you can enter your assets there. It's very simple to use, and it allows you to calculate. Let's say if you want to leave 1% of your estate, how much would it be? So it just gives you, and then you can calculate 2%.
I've just popped it up here in my screen.
Oh, okay. So if you go to Learn and Play, and see you have legacy calculator in the middle. Yeah. So you just answer the questions, and then it calculates how much money you can donate base. Yeah. It's a great site. It's actually it's very hard to put your organization. There is a big lineup to get in. So UCC is actually on the waiting list. If you scroll down, you will see there are different organizations. So yeah, so we are waiting for them to put our picture and our website, and you can, if you decide to make a legacy gift, you can even do it through them. Yeah.
Great. So willpower.ca, that's this powerful tool. Excellent. Well, thank you again to Asya for preparing this wonderful presentation. Thank you to everybody who's joined us tonight on Facebook and through Zoom. And we hope that you'll be in touch, and we hope that you've learned something. I know I have tonight. And again, we look forward to continuing to talk with you and thank you for your support and ongoing assistance to help make the UCC as strong as it is in representing our community. Na dobranic.
Thank you. Dobranic.